vice president, and a secretary. And I need to talk to you about the secretary. The secretary is not someone who takes minutes of your meeting. I've been to charter commissions, and there's some lady, and it's always a lady, I'm sorry, and she's scribbling it, and she's a member of the commission. She's not participating. She's writing like crazy, trying to keep up and take minutes. That's not the role that I envision of the secretary. The secretary is the contact point to the outside world. If you want the Nixa Charter Commission president to come visit with you, the secretary can contact. If you want the mayor to come visit with you, the secretary contacts the mayor. It's your contact point to the outside world. And we'll talk about secretarial services in a minute. I suggest the officers meet early on and do two things. One is come up with a budget so that the city will have some idea. And you can work with the city on this. They can get you bids for printing and things like that. And come up with a timeline to complete the charter. And I believe in the Municipal League's model charter, there's a sample timeline, at least it was when I was there. The thing you want to avoid 9 months from now and finding yourself halfway through the document and having to race to get done. So if you have a timeline that takes you through it step by step so that 9 months from now you're done, that's what you want to do. You need to select a meeting time and place. If you want to meet here, if you want to meet at City Hall, you've got to decide. It should be an appropriate setting. Personally, I like square tables and a spot for speakers at the table. I think that's up to you. You have to determine how you want your setup. My opinion, you should set a firm adjournment time. The worst decisions that government officials make occur after 10 o'clock at night. Whether it's the local city council or the state legislature. To me, a meeting shouldn't last more than 2.5 hours. I can't pay attention much past 2 hours. Okay. You need to adopt some operating rules, and that's what your question dealt with. Some of them adopt Robert's rules. That's fine if somebody's read Robert's rules. I tried to read it once. I didn't get very far. It's not fun reading. Or something simpler, that maybe the council's rules. And the reason you got to do this is sooner or later you might get to a controversial issue. And you're going to move that the chapter be adopted. You're going to propose an amendment. You're going to offer a substitute to the amendment, and you're going to say, this is getting too complex. I need to think about this. I'd like to table this to the next meeting, and your president needs to know how to handle that situation. Which vote gets called first, and so on, or it's just, you have chaos and hurt feelings, and so on. So you need some simple operating rules, whether it's Roberts or something that's been given out, that's modified to fit your needs, but you need to have something.